2020. Under the CMD we wrote NPM start. NPM start, once you do, it should open in the browser directly and your React default page will appear yesterday, which we have modified little. We will be making the notes of the rule regulation of JSX. XML example you saw yesterday, 3 policy we have written for that. XML related. What is the rule of XML? Every XML file, there must be one parent tag. The tag is user defined. And what next? Tag is case sensitive. Okay, 3 things we have written. That 3 point we will remember. Compile successfully. After that, we will go to the browser. Localhost colon 3000 Okay, so hope working for everyone. Let's come to your developer guide. Yesterday we have made one file called docs. Inside the docs we have written file we have written every XML file can have only one parent element. Then every XML tags are case sensitive, and then XML tags are user defined, right? This is the what we have written yesterday. Now come down. Come down, right inside. Right inside. Okay, first open your file. Which file? Go to the project folder. Under project folder, you have src folder, right? We have one file app.js. Open that file in any editor, whichever the editor you are okay, you open now. Okay. Now in this file, we have created one array and we have written a function. You saw some magic of the array, how it was happening directly inside the flower bracket. We have printed the length and all. Okay. Delete this array. Delete this length, what you have written. Not need as of now. Just remember these 3-4 points. First, we will implement here, and you will see that, you will understand that. Then we'll make a note. Okay, directly. If we write the note, it may not be more effective. So first, let's implement and then see. Your server is running already, right? Server is already running. After that, our app.js file, we have deleted the array. It is just, sorry. So it is just like this. Now, division you have written, delete that. Everything you delete, keep one h1, save the file. It should keep working. Save the file. Look into the browser. It should work as usual. Okay. Look into the browser. See, welcome is printing. Only welcome. Right. After that, so hope only welcome is printing for everyone. Understand this point. Okay. Next, after that, see, we have only one tag as of now. It is working. Let's come down, write a paragraph below, keep inside. This is from p tag. Close the p tag, save your file. You will see it will give you very good error. Error is coming. Okay, this we have written, so we cannot write this like this. Something. It is from p tag. Error came in the browser. It is saying JSX something. You have not followed the rules, so it's become the error. What are those? Now come here and keep this thing inside a division tag. Keep inside a div tag and close here the div tag. You will find all will well and it will work. correct? Now, once you put inside the division, you can see it has started working properly. Okay. So that point we have to understand. When we have given no any kind of, when we have given two element, it was throwing the error. When we have given a parent element, the error is gone. Correct? Okay, come now. Now instead of division, write here call hello. Hello. Write here call hello. Tab open and hello tab close. Hello tag open and hello tag close. Check, still it remains same. There is no any error. Hello. Hello. Yeah, can you hear me? क्या बोले? हाँ, नहीं नहीं, इधर कला मंदिर के साइड हम लोग शिफ्ट हो गया है। कला मंदिर के साइड में आओ। हाँ, कला मंदिर से, एचडीएफसी से कला मंदिर के बीच में है। आपको एक दिखेगा ब्यूटी यू करके, दिखेगा बोर्ड ब्यूटी यू। हाँ, उसी के सेकंड फ्लोर में है ये। Okay, hope you have written. Hello, we have written, and hello, we close. It is working. That meaning, if it is a predefined tag, then also it will work. If it is a user-defined tag, then also it will work. See, when we have written only H1, it was working. When we have written paragraph, it's throw the error. So what we added? We added a division, it started working. Now division we replace with, division we have replaced with which one? Huh? Hello. Hello is a user-defined tag, then also it is working. Right? Now remove the hello and keep here only a empty tag. Save it, then also it will work. Empty tag open, empty tag close, then also it is working. Cool. After that, so what we understand? The parent tag can be predefined, parent tag can be user defined, parent tag can be empty tag. Now see here. Array, you remember? Array. Give like this. And after the H1, give a comma, like the array. Each tag will work like the array. Each tag will work like the array. Each tag will work like the array. Hope ready? Save now. Look into the browser. Still it is coming. Okay. So if you have written array, then also it is working. So how many method we got? We got total 3 method. The parent tag we can keep as a division also. Parent tag we can keep as a user define also. Parent tag we can keep as a empty also. And parent tag we can keep as a array also. So once we are keeping as a array, you must keep a comma in that. Each element must be separated by comma. Okay, each element must separate by comma. Come to the developer guide. Right inside rule of JSX. JSX rules. The rule number 1. If inside a component meaning your the Reactjs file, whichever we are going to create, each file will consider as a one component. If inside a component more than one element, more than one HTML tags, or better more than one JSX element, more than one JSX element is required, then the parent element is mandatory. The parent element is mandatory. If in a component more than one JSX element is required, then if in a component more than one JSX element is required, then parent element is mandatory. Example, in this file you have written, right? You have written first, which method you have follow? Div you have follow, right? So we can use this line here as, for example, like this. In one component, more than one JSX element is required, more than one HTML tag is required, then what is compulsory? Parent element is compulsory. We must have to keep inside a parent element. Okay, next after that, come down, write the next line. Rule number 2 says, inside a component more than one JSX element is required, then the parent element can be, parent element can be user defined, de defined also. The parent JSX element can be user defined also. Example ABC tag open, ABC tag open, and ABC tag close. ABC tag open and ABC tag close. Save now. Let me know have you written or not. Okay, ready. Next after that. So how many rules were written? Two rules. While writing the React.js, this all will come. Rule number 3, you write below. 3. Inside a component, more than one JSX element is required. Then the parent element can be empty tag also. Empty like this tag also. So this one you will open empty and close the empty. Okay, ready. So how many rules? 3 rules. Let's write one more. The last one, fourth one. In case if you are not writing using these 3 rules, you can follow this array symbol also. Rule number 4 says inside a component more than one JSX element is required, then the parent element can be arrayed also. Array also. That's like this. Array will open, array will be closed, but comma is required after every element, whereas last comma is optional, same like as array. Okay, same like as a array. So hope everyone has made the notes. Now come the first you have seen how to set up. Second you saw the related to XML rules. Now same XML rule you are applying here. This one, this file app.js file, correct? App.js file. Now we are going to work with the app.js file only to get some idea how to apply CSS, how to call here there. So hope your page is working in the browser. It's like this, correct? Okay, so this file, the src folder what we have open in Notepad++, I will recommend you open the Visual Studio here. So once CMD is running, you should not stop it. If you stop it, then your project will not work. Okay, so this CMD should not stop. This CMD must running whenever you want to run your page. Okay. Next, after that, open one more CMD here, and inside this CMD is under the project folder. There, inside that, you will write code space dot and enter. Yes, code space dot enter. How you open the VS Code earlier? VS Code we used to open like this only, code space enter. Code space enter, VS Code is open. Now come to your app.js file again. In app.js file, in this return, we will be doing some modification. Okay, so we will not keep any kind of parent tag. We'll keep empty tag as a parent tag, complete empty tag. Okay. After that here only, if you remember HTML table, open a table and close the table. Open the table and close the table. Now inside the table, you must have to write here call T head and write the TR. See, first we will be spending, we will be writing very minimum HTML code, very less HTML code will write first, and we will understand the functionality of React. Once we'll understand functionality, then we'll integrate with the Bootstrap and everything. TR open close. Now right here, A, TH, example call home, about us. Okay, hold on. Table, why we have follow here? We are supposed to open the TR, this one, UL. Remove the table, follow the UL, because we are going to generate the navigation menu. The menu will not come through the this one. It come from the UL and LI. UL open close. Replace table with the UL and keep inside call LI and keep here also as a LI. Okay, ULLI written. We need to keep this ULLI many times. Home, about us, contact us, register, login, sign up. Just some menu we are creating. Okay. Change the menu. About us, contact us, register, login, our services, project, then customer. Save this. This is under the a parent tag that is called empty tag. After saving, you can see in the browser. In browser, all the LIs are coming one after other. Okay, next after that we need to write some CSS for that. So this UL tag and li tag we have. So question is where to write the CSS, right? Where to write the CSS? So we have option next second. Okay. How many columns are there? Okay, so now we'll go to the CSS file. Look at there one file is called index.css. In which folder? SRC folder. Inside SRC folder, there is one file called index.css. Open that file. Some extra CSS code is written. Ignore that. Come after this. What is our tag name? Our tag name is UL. Write some CSS for UL. Write some CSS for UL. Keep padding somewhere 18 px. Keep background background hyphen color you can give any color you can give as per your wish. I given green color. Then margin I'll keep inside as a 0 px. So we'll not have any gap from any side. Okay, check in the browser. The background as a green color got applied. See, background green got applied. Now we have here, we can write the color as white. So all the content will convert into white color. Ready? Back text is coming in which color? White color. Hope working for all. Come now, write UL space LI. ULLI. Okay. Display colon inline. So all will print in one line. Display inline. All will print in one line. Apply padding. Top maybe 10 px. Left right 20 px. Bottom 10 px. Save it. Check now, it's converted into LI. Something like this. When the mouse will go over there on LI, then the mouse will go on LI, then we will do something. Okay. LI colon hover, LI colon hover, color changes a orange color. LI colon hover, color changes a orange color. This CSS file is already linking. I will guide you. This CSS file is already linked. CSS file is already linked with the index.js file. Okay. A structure I will guide how the React work. That structure I will not explain you. Just we are writing somewhere, it's reflecting somewhere. See, all came. Once you move the mouse here, in browser, no need to do, just you go, it will be ready. Page will be refreshed and your out will be ready. This fun is happening because of the server, live server is running. Fun will not happen if you stop the live server. Okay, come. Now right there, cursor colon pointer. Cursor colon pointer, cursor colon pointer. Move the mouse, you will find cursor is converting into a pointer. Wherever the mouse will go, convert into pointer. Okay. Ready? Next after this. Next after this. See, the code is where under the index.css file, HTML is under the app.js file, correct? After that, it's reflecting and applying the output in the browser perfectly. So we will not add much CSS code. Okay, if we'll add a lot of CSS code, I was thinking to do through the table itself, but again, in table we can't apply better look and feel. So thought, okay, let's keep at least basic of ULLI, so it will look more look and feel better. Okay, so till here we have done. Next, after that, you need to understand the data flow, under the Reactjs. Code you have written somewhere, it is coming somewhere, how that is happening. Then after we will create our own page and we will link with the existing. Anyone error or no error? So hopefully no error. Working, okay. This is just basic of your cool. So let's come back to the photo. Now I will design a photo for you to explain the flow of React project, how the flow will happen inside. Okay. Now suppose you are as a user, as a user, you are going to use one project that is developed in React. definitely as a user, you have to go to some browser. You have to open your computer, laptop or desktop, anything. And you have to open the browser. And in browser, you will type a website URL. Then request will go to server. And from there, some output will come and appear in your computer. So as a user, you open a browser. Now, after opening the browser, you are going to open a website that is developed using React. So inside React, how entire system is organized, that we have to understand. Now someone wrote it's a fun. So how the file to file data is going and look like it's a fun. Okay, that point is important to understand. Okay. Come next. Next, we are going to think like suppose inside the React, this is for your front end using React. Okay. Inside React now, React project, assume this is the project using React. So at first, in the beginning, you will have a folder called public. You have a folder called public folder. You can check in your project folder. Do you have any folder called public? Public folder is there. Inside public folder, check one file is there called index.html. Yes, no. We have one file, index.html. Index.html, we have a file. Come to that index.html file. Come to that index.html file. In index.html file, you can see one line here, root, division ID equal to root. Check once. You have anything, division ID equal to root under the body tab. On the root, div ID equal to root. Div ID equal to root. Now inside the root, delete this division, delete the division, write here a h1 tag, write here I am from index dot I am from index file. Save it and go to your browser and check that it's coming or not. Check in the browser, it is coming, I am from index file. Okay, somewhere it is getting failed DOM particular. So it says, I am from index file, correct? After some time error has come. That is the next matter, but it is saying, I am from index file. That meaning which file is calling? Index.html file is calling. Let's come back, modify here. Okay, or what you can do is, this one let it be as usual. Write one tag also here, h1. I am from index file you added now. Then save and check again. Both should appear. Menu will come as well as bottom section. Okay. So it is written, I am from index file you added now. Look into the browser, it's coming, I am from index file you added now. So that meaning this image structure is correct. What it says? It says like browser is communicating with the index file. Browser is communicating with the index file. And this index file is communicating with where? Browser. Correct? Index.html is dealing with the browser and browser is going to deal with the index.html. Till here, hope you are clear. Yes, we have added the content under the index file. It is coming and there is one ID called root. Inside the root ID, some data is coming from the React. Okay, so our h1 we will delete. Our h1 we will delete. Okay, we will leave only ID as a root. Let it be h1 I deleted. So this image is like user is dealing with the browser and browser is communicating with the index.html and index.html has got some data, right? It is coming from somewhere. Where it is coming from, we are going to understand that. Now see, you have another folder. That folder is called src folder. And you have one more folder. That folder is called a node modules folder. You can see. Check in your system. You have one node modules folder. Node underscore modules folder. This is called library. Library. All the libraries are stored under this file only. All the libraries are stored under this folder. Which folder? Node modules folder. All the libraries are stored under the node modules folder. All the libraries are stored under the node modules folder. Okay, now remaining area whichever we have, remaining entire area, assume like is the src folder. You have one folder called src also. So I will keep here a name. Remaining all are called src. Assume remaining all folders are src folder. Remaining this area is src folder. You can see in your project folder, you have node modules, public and SRC. So for public folder, I made a separate folder. Yes, node module separate folder. SRC is a separate folder. Now from node modules, any library you can call inside the SRC folder anywhere. Just I made an arrow key saying like inside the node modules we have a lot of library. That library we can call under the SRC folder anywhere. Okay, under the node modules we have the SRC folder. That SRC folder we can call anywhere. That library we can call under the SRC folder anywhere. Now look, under the SRC folder, you have another file that is called index.js. Index.js. Check once. You have any file index.js? Index.js file we found in which folder? SRC folder. Now this index.js file can get a request from index.html and it can send the response to index.html. So this arrow key, hope making some sense. Index.html file is getting the data from which file? Index.js file. Index.js file is giving the data to index.html file. Okay. Index.js file is giving the data to index.html and index.html is giving to where? Browser, and browser is dealing with the user as usual. Next. Index.js is getting the data from where? Today you have modified a file. That file name is called, what is the file name? App.js. Definitely we have modified a file today. That file name is called app.js. We have modified a file. That file name is called app.js. So now we have a next file called here app.js. App.js. This app.js file have some data. This app.js file has some data. This data, it is this app.js file can get a request from index.html file and it can give the response to index.html file. That is here, that double arrow key mark I have made here, you see. Double arrow key why I have made, because we can give input also and then we can get the output. Now see, you modify the content today in app.js. From app.js, where it is going? Index.js. From index.js is going to index.html, and from index.html it is going to come to where? Browser. From index.html it is going to come to the browser. Now come to the code level. This is your default structure. This is your default structure. There is one file called index.css also, what we modified today. Let me write here. We have one file index.css. We have done the modification under the index.css today. Modification we did under the index.css. So this index.css is coming under the index.js. See this. Clear? So you have index.css file. Index.css file should come to the index.js. App.js file also will come under the index.js. And index.js will be holding the HTML also, CSS also. Like from app.js, what is coming? HTML is coming. From index.js, what is coming? Index.css, CSS code is coming. Both will combine under the index.js, and finally, final data will go to where? Index.html, and from there it will come to the browser. That is the default structure. Let's come to the app.js file now. In app.js, whatever you have written, first see the index.css. Come to index.js file. I will go to the index.js file. Under index.js file, you can see it is calling one file here, index.css in the beginning. Check import. What is the file name? It is importing a file index.css, right? So index.css will come to where? App.js. Let's look next point. It is calling one file here. See here, import app from app.js. In your file, there should be only app. Import app from app is written. I have modified it just to convince you. Import app from app.js. Import meaning, what is that? You understand the meaning of import? Import meaning bring. Import meaning is what? Bringing. India import the petroleum products from out of the country. So import meaning is what? Not to send. Import meaning bring. Okay. So the index.js file is bringing. It is calling. What is app? Now see, when I move the mouse here on app, what it says? Pop-up window has come here. Something is gone. See, it says function app, right? I have written import app. Once I move my mouse there, it says alias function app. So what is the app? App is the name of a function. App is the name of a function. It is exist in which file? It is exist under the app.js file. So let's come to the app.js file. Import bring call a function app from where? App.js file. Look at here under the app.js file. There is a function. Function name is called app. In the app.js file, you have a function called app. Now inside the app function, we have written some HTML code. Some HTML codes are written. Finally, below one line is written export. If I cut this default, if I cut the default, it says export app. Now export meaning is what? Import meaning you understood, bringing. Export meaning is what? Sending. Like suppose Russia export petroleum product to India. That meaning Russia send petroleum product where? India. Same word we can say India import petroleum product from where? Russia. Now if the Russia is not ready to give the petroleum product, India cannot bring it. Correct? Suppose you have a bike, you want to sell it. So if you want to sell, then only someone can buy. So what that export word represent? Export word represent you are ready to sell. You are ready to give. You are ready to give. Okay, you are ready to sell. That meaning this app.js file says I have a function called app. Export means I am ready to give. What? The function name, that is called app. Then React says like in one file there can be multiple functions. In one file there can be multiple functions. So suppose in one file there is a multiple function, how the React will come to know which is the main function? Suppose in one file like this app1, app2, app3 you have written. So React wanted to know which is the main function, right? That function should come under the export. So because of that, React says like default keyword is compulsory. Default keyword represent leading function, main function. So which is the main function now? App. So hope you understood. What is the meaning of export? Export meaning is ready to send. By default, which one? App. Because in one file there may be multiple functions. So which function will be the main function? That should be as a default function. So it says in current file, app is the main function and this is the default function. And this function anyone can call anywhere inside the project. So index.js what is doing? Index.js is calling the app. Import app from where? App.js file. So once you call the import, what will happen? This function will give you from here to here everything, right? Now come to the index.js. So from the app.js file, what we are sending? App function is we are exporting. If you are exporting, then only index.js can import. If you are able to export, then only the index.js can import. If you will not export, index cannot import. Okay, if app.js file will say no, I cannot export, I cannot give, I cannot sell, then index.js cannot import it. Okay, let's come next. So we have written import app from app.js file. So what is going to happen now? Under the app.js file, there is one function. Function is called here as a app. Now come down. Next, this report web vital, it is just for the performance. I have removed some code from my file. Maybe you will have more code also here. So this line is just for the performance measurement, to measure the performance of your React project. Leave that. Come to this point. App. So app is the function now. It is coming from which file? App.js. Look at this line. React DOM.render. Render is a function in React.js. In React.js, render is the function that used to print the output. Render is the function in React that used to print the output. Render we will be using two places. Now one render is here. Once you use the class component, there also we have a render. Now look at there. It says like in render function you can see document.getElementBy ID root. Where was the root? If you remember, root ID was written in which file? Definitely. Root ID was written under the index.html file. So document.getElementBy ID, which ID? Root. Inside the root, it is sending this one. Which one? App function. In React, we are going to call inside the, like a BRHR, how we write. Similar way, you are going to call the function. It's called JSX. Here, function you are not going to call like function and parenthesis. You are going to call the function like the tag. Okay, so app becomes a what? JSX element. Look at here. I move my mouse here. It's saying here JSX element. Okay. So the render function needs two parameters. First parameter content and second parameter location. So what is the content? Content is coming from the app function. And what is the location? Root. In which file? App.js file. Yeah, index.html file. So it is says content and this is says as a location. Content is coming from the app.js and where is the location? Root under the index.html. Another way you can say what to print. What to print, the first parameter, and second parameter is where to print. So where to print, under the root, and what to print, the content is coming from app.js file, right? So this line you understood. In that, maybe in your system one more line is written. One more line is written. Render function. Render function, it is inside one more function. Check once. Yes, yes. Okay, that line I have removed just to explain in the proper way. Okay, so what is that? So we understood the meaning of which line? Render method. It's need two parameter. First parameter content and second parameter location. Or you can say what to print and where to print. So what to print, that is coming from the app function. Where to print, that is under the root, under the index.html. Now look at the photo again. App.js is giving the data to index.js. This is the same thing, no? Inside the app you have written, and from app you are importing here, and from app you are giving to where? Index.html. Sorry, from app you are sending to index.js, and from index.js you are sending to index.html. My photo also explain the same. From the app.js we are sending the data to index.js, and from index.js we are sending the data to index.html. Now what is the syntax that you saw? Now index.css we have separate, that also we are calling under the index.js. So you can see HTML code will come from the app.js, CSS code will come from the index.css. Both will combine under the index.js, and final output will go to where? HTML, and HTML will come in the browser. Simple. So this is the default structure of your which one? React project. Now in our page you can see we have created home, about, contact, register, this all pages, right? This all will be pages. So where to create that? Look at here. We will be creating here. Suppose this is a file. This is another file. This may be another file. This may be one more file. This may be one more file. Now let me give the name of the file. Suppose this is called login.js. Maybe this is called signup.js. Okay, maybe this is called home.js. Home.js. Maybe this is called user.js. Maybe this is called product.js. Or maybe something else. Login home contact, CON. Or maybe let me write build.js, BILL. This is called build.js. Build.js. Correct. So how many files? 5 files. So how to link this file? The linking of the file you are going to do just like this. Home will come under the app. User will come under the app. Build will come under the app. Sign up will be called inside the app. Login will be called inside the app. So all the files are going to deal with whom? App. And inside the app.js, correct? Inside the app.js, we will write the condition, and based on condition, app.js got how many files? 5 files. Now suppose user will come and user will click on home. So which file should load? Home.js should load. User will click on register. User will click on login. Whichever the link you click, app.js file will send that particular page only. app.js file will send particular page to the index.js, and index.js will send to where? Index.html, and it will appear in the browser. Okay, so this is the internal structure of your React. This file just I have made in the src. We can create folder also and we can keep there. This is without Redux. Okay. Now suppose next we will have backend. Assume this is the backend. Backend. Then your all the component, whichever the component we have made, I will use the black line. User file can deal with the API. Home file can deal with the API. Bill file can deal with the API. Correct. Login file can deal with the API. Sign up file can deal with the API. And this API will be under the backend technology. Okay. How the backend will be designed, that is the next matter. But all will be dealing with where? API. JavaScript you have used. Which method you use? Fetch function. Using fetch function, you have bring the data from somewhere else. Here also you will create a JavaScript file. Inside you will write the fetch same function, and same fetch function will bring the data from the backend. Okay, so that way it is going to. This is the default structure of your React. Okay, so this is the internal structure of the React. You can compare with the photo also. You can see everything. Next, we have to create the pages, and we need to link, and we need to see. If you want to take photo, you can take it. It will be helpful for you. If anyone asks, can you explain me the structure of folder structure of React? You can explain them in this way, and it will be helpful for you. Okay, ready? Next, after this, we need to create the components and understand how to work with that. Let me share you a study video. This will be your study video of 16. Please log in system. Okay. Next, after this, come to the your src folder. Src folder. Inside the src folder, create a file. Give the file name called about.js. In src folder, create a file. Give file name about.js. About.js. Created about.js. Now write inside this file, import React from React. This is main library. Every time we have to call in every file. Whichever the file we are creating, in all the files, this library we have to call compulsory. Okay. Now after that, write a function name called about us. Function name will start with a capital. Come down below. Return division h1 about us. Below paragraph is from about us page. Write quickly. After that, we have to write here export, because this about file we are going to call under the app.js. So export function name, export default about us. Export default about us. Here export default about us. Let me share this file. The code I will share in your chat. Okay, ready? Now, as per the image, about us file has to call under the import, sorry, app.js. Go to the app.js file. Hope your code is ready. come to the app.js file and you need to first import the React here. Import React because this is the main library from React. Do that line. Okay. Next, after this, right here, import. What is your function name? Today you are written a function. The function name is called about us. Function name is about us. It is written in about.js file. About.js file. Function name is about us. It is written under the about us.js file. Okay. Next, after this, so what we did, we created a separate file, and that file we are importing under the about, and about is already dealing with the index.js. The default structure from here onwards already ready. Look at here at this place, remove the welcome, and within the empty tag only, you will call the tag call abo about us and close like this. About us and close like this. About us you can call like a HTML tag. About us you can call like a HTML tag. Okay. About us we added. Save the file. Go to your browser. You will find both the component will be called. You can see both the component will be calling. Yeah, about us is coming here. So what we did, we follow exactly this structure. We created a about us page. About us page will link to the app.js, and app.js is already linking to the index.js and index.html. Hope working for everyone. Okay, then again, we will see you not tomorrow. We will see you when tomorrow is the Holi. Okay, tomorrow is Holi. Day after tomorrow is Saturday. After that, there is a Monday, Sunday, then Monday. So these 3 days we cannot keep holiday continuous. It will be long duration. Okay. So tomorrow definitely there will be holiday, but Saturday you have to log in and Sunday you need to log in. At least Saturday we need to log in. Okay. Saturday what time? Not at okay. Saturday. Okay. Saturday we can log in same time, but we will end at 11 o'clock. 9:30 to 11 we can keep on Saturday. Okay, so tomorrow we will have holiday and we will log in next on when? Saturday. You should not ignore the class on Saturday. Compulsory to log in. Join login, online or offline, anything, but join. Okay, hope clear. Let me write here. Tomorrow is holiday. Next class on Saturday at 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. only. Okay, don't miss it. It's important to log in. Okay.